Archangel Michael says, "Heaven has tried reaching out again and again, but your mind has been cluttered, distracted, and buried under the noise of the world. But this time is different. This message was divinely timed to reach your heart before it's too late. A divine shift is rushing towards you, and it carries a truth that could change your whole destiny. There's a reason you're seeing this now, because this is the final warning before a spiritual door swings open or slams shut. The unexpected will not wait for permission. You were chosen to receive this alert, and not because of coincidence, but because God is placing a key in your hands. The next 45 minutes are not ordinary minutes, they carry weight in the spirit realm, and what's about to land in your life cannot be reversed once this window closes. There is someone trying to send a life-altering message your way, but your hesitance has been delaying the flow. This is why everything has felt delayed or off lately, because you're spiritually dodging a divine appointment. But right now, there's grace if you choose to respond. You were meant to read this word right now, in this exact moment. If you had scrolled one more second, you would have missed the moment of release that your future depends on. But here you are, and heaven is watching what you'll do next. A transaction in the heavens has already begun on your behalf. But the longer you skip the signs, the heavier the consequences will become. Don't ignore this again, because this moment won't repeat. Everything about your life is about to change, but it can either come as a surprise blessing or a shaking wake-up call. That decision is not in God's hands anymore, it's in yours. You must open your heart now. If your heart has felt heavy, it's because something is spiritually pressing through. The unexpected event isn't here to destroy you, it's here to shift you, but only if you align in time. You don't need to know every detail, but know this: someone you least expect is being sent to deliver a breakthrough wrapped in the most unusual circumstances. If you're not spiritually awake, you will misjudge the messenger. This is your moment to stop everything and prepare for impact. God says, "I've been knocking at your door, and you keep pretending you don't hear it." That's why the energy around you has become restless. The next 45 minutes will be divine. What you do in these moments will either unlock or delay your inheritance. It's not just about your life, it's about generations tied to your obedience. This message is not to scare you, it's to awaken you. If you feel chills or a strange stirring, that's confirmation. Heaven is trying to reach you in a way that breaks through all distractions. You are not late, you're right on time, but you must move. This is your spiritual alarm ringing, and the snooze button is broken. There's someone right now about to make a decision that affects your future. If you respond to this message, that decision will shift in your favor. But silence will leave it in someone else's hands. Don't let 45 minutes pass without shifting something. A divine delay has already been broken up, but only if your spirit aligns with this truth. This is your final reminder. If you feel led, share this message or let your spirit respond in silence. But do not ignore it. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. I need you to understand something very clearly. This is not just another message. This is the final countdown to a divine appointment that has already been written in the heavens. If you ignore this again, the moment will vanish like mist at sunrise. There is someone who has been holding onto something meant for you, a truth, a gift, or a financial release, and in the next 45 minutes. They are going to be spiritually stirred to act, but your alignment determines whether it lands in your hands or gets redirected. Heaven will not delay this transfer again. You have been marked for favor, but the enemy has been trying to distract you just long enough to miss this moment. Every phone call, every emotional detour, every sudden doubt you've had up, it wasn't random, it was strategic interference. There are angels standing at the edge of your situation, waiting for your permission to move. Yes, they are ready to intervene, but spiritual laws demand your participation, your awareness, your readiness, your yes. Listen closely. You will feel a sudden shift in your environment. It may be a knock, a phone call, a message, or an intuitive pull. That's not coincidencia, it's confirmation. Someone is about to say something that flips the script of your current story. What looks like a simple moment will actually be the trigger point of your breakthrough. It won't come in thunder, it won't be loaded up, it will be hidden in the ordinary, but the result will be extraordinary. Someone close to you has been withholding something, not because they're evil but because they were afraid of how it would change everything. But now, they're feeling the pressure to speak, to move, to release it. This moment is divine confrontation. You're about to realize that what you thought was rejection, a broken bar, was actually redirection. The door that closed was God's way of clearing the path for this bigger, hidden blessing about to knock. You've prayed for peace, for answers, for signs, but today, God is not giving you just signs, He's giving you a shift. This shift will not wait. You must prepare your mind, your emotions, and your space for something different. There are records being pulled in the heavenly court right now. Your name is being mentioned in rooms spiritual and physical that you've never entered, but your readiness will determine whether they approve the release or withhold it again. This message isn't just for your eyes, it's being echoed in your dreams, in strange delays, in quiet nudges. The realm of the unseen is roaring right now, and you're standing at the epicenter. A truth about someone you trusted is about to be exposed. But don't panic, it's meant to free you, not break you. This revelation has been long overdue, and do not be surprised if you suddenly feel emotional for no reason. That's not your mind up, it's your spirit being stirred awake by the urgency of heaven. This energy, it's real, it's divine, it's unmistakable, and it's here to reroute what's been blocked for too long. You may start to see strange numbers, repeating signs, or even people randomly reaching out from your past. These are not coincidences. It's all aligning to one final intersection, this moment. You're no longer being begged to believe. You're being summoned to act. Don't scroll, don't delay it, just be still and receive. You've skipped too many messages before, but this one won't stop echoing until your soul fully awakens. Every pain you endured, every betrayal, every loss, it wasn't to destroy you. It was preparation. And now, in the next 45 minutes, the reward begins to show its face. There's a letter, a transfer, a testimony, and a divine connection coming. They've all been in motion behind the scenes, but today, one of them is arriving. Even if you feel unworthy, understand this: God's plan doesn't require your perfection, just your permission. So give it, now. Whisper a yes, open your heart, watch what unfolds. You are not reading this for entertainment, you are reading this because heaven needed you to know what the miracle you were promised is trying to reach you. And this tiny a broken bar, it won't wait. A end of divine messagia. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Right now, a spiritual transfer is happening, a one that can completely rewire the trajectory of your life. The reason you've been feeling strange, disconnected, or overwhelmed is because your spirit is standing in the middle of a decision that heaven is making on your behalf. The enemy has been trying to fog your clarity, hoping you would skip this again, a broken bar, but not this time. Something is being handed to you, and it's not physical yet. It's spiritual, invisible, but extremely real. It is a divine key, and with it, you'll have access to the place you've only seen in your dreams but never believed you could actually walk in. You've cried for answers, you've begged for signs, and God, in His mercy, delayed the moment again and again because you weren't ready. But now, you've crossed into a realm where heaven can no longer delay your appointment. There is a file in the hands of an angel right now. Your name is written on the cover, and in 45 minutes or less, that decision will be sealed, signed, and sent out. What you do between now and then determines what gets released. A person who once rejected you is waking up with regret that they cannot explain. They thought leaving you would give them peace, but your name has been echoing in their mind like thunder at midnight. You are not forgotten, you are hidden, because what God is about to do through you would have been contaminated if it was revealed too soon. That's why everything felt quiet for so long, that you were being preserved. Now hear this clearly, a conversation is going to happen within hours, and your name will be mentioned in it. The tone of that conversation will be influenced by your spiritual posture right now. Are you open or distracted, alert or asleep? A wealthy soul, either spiritually or financially, is about to recognize your worth in a way they never have before. They will want to connect, offer, or even restore what you thought was permanently gone. But you have to remain present. Someone who tried to dim your light is about to be publicly confronted by truth. The lies they told are crumbling fast. But God says, I don't seek revenge. I am handling it with justice only I can execute. An opportunity is returning that you once missed. You thought it was gone forever, but heaven kept it suspended until you matured into the version of you that was ready to hold it with grace and strength. You'll notice something strange. The moment you finish this message, someone may reach out or something in your space will suddenly shift. That is your signal, your divine confirmation. You've officially stepped into the countdown. Don't be afraid of how fast it happens. Don't second guess what's coming. This has been building in silence for months or maybe even years. You just didn't know it. What's about to unfold will not make sense to others, but it's not for aim up, it's for you, the one who kept going even when it hurt, even when nobody saw, even when all felt silent. And yes, your enemies will watch. Those who mocked you, ghosted you, used you, they'll all witness the elevation. But it won't be out of revenge. It'll be proof that God does not forget the silent warriors. You are in a divine funnel of alignment right now, and the clock is not stopping. 45 minutes is not just time, it's prophetic precision. Something will happen by the end of it, even if it begins as a whisper. This may be your last spiritual alert before the event unfolds. Ignore it, and you'll wonder why things suddenly shifted in strange ways. Listen to it, and you'll align with something far greater than you imagined. You were not created for delay. You were created for divine dominion. And that's what's knocking on your door now, and not next month, not next year, now. So breathe, center yourself, be still, and watch what heaven does next. It will feel like a dream, only this time, you won't wake up from it. And remember a broken bar. You're not late, you're not unworthy, you're chosen. This was your message, this was your moment, and it came right on time. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. You are standing at the very edge of what will either be your greatest elevation or your deepest regret. The difference lies in whether you respond now. This moment is sacred. Heaven has cleared every obstacle just to give you one final chance to receive what's yours. Don't let your overthinking ruin what your spirit already knows is real. You've delayed too many times before, skipped too many signs, ignored too many inner tugs, but this cannot be ignored. Right now, angels are placing people in position to speak your name in rooms you've never entered. Contracts are being drafted, calls are being prepared. You won't have to chase it, they'll come to you. But here's the mystery, it will only happen if your heart posture says yes. The spiritual realm does not respond to fear, it responds to readiness. And these final 45 minutes are your proving ground. A prophetic encounter is near. Someone with hidden influence is about to feel drawn to you without knowing why. Don't question it. This person carries the very key you once thought was lost forever. This is why the delays were so intense. This is why betrayal came from those you least expected. Because if you hadn't been broken open, you would have stayed asleep to the divine purpose calling your name. Heaven was not punishing you, it was protecting you. God hid your next chapter so no one could sabotage it prematurely. And now, it's being released. You'll feel it start as a shift in the atmosphere, something quiet but undeniable, like you're being watched, guided, nudge towards something massive. That's not paranoia, it's divine alignment unfolding. There's someone who wronged you, and they've been having dreams about you they can't explain. They're being pushed to speak, to apologize, to reveal something they've hidden for too long. The timing isn't random, it's divine convergence, and just when it feels like things are falling apart again, you'll realize they're falling into place. The chaos was a disguise. What's coming is clarity like you've never known before. Don't scroll past this moment like the others, because if you do, the doors you prayed to open may remain sealed for another season, and you've waited too long already. This countdown isn't a scare tactic. It's a divine emergency broadcasted because God knows what's coming toward you in these final moments. If you notice someone reach out soon with strange timing, don't dismiss it. If you get a sudden idea or feel the urge to clean, write, pack, move, or call someone, don't ignore it. That's the Spirit activating your moment. Everything hidden is about to be revealed. The truth about a person, a place, a promise, it's all coming to light. You've been prepared for this whether you feel ready or not. The enemy has tried to distract you with tiredness, frustration, and confusion because he knew this moment was near, but he can't stop it unless you surrender to the noise. This is a window, not a door, and windows close quickly. If you don't move with discernment in this window, you may miss the alignment that could have rewritten your story. Don't worry about what's next, just obey the whisper. The blessing is not in knowing, it's in trusting. You are not ordinary. You were never meant to blend in. That's why nothing ever fit. That's why your spirit always longed for more. And now, more is here, but only if you answer. This moment was written into your destiny before you were born. A divine appointment, a supernatural shift, a legacy turn. So ask yourself, what will you sleep through it again? Or will you step forward and say, I receive it before the clock runs out? Because soon, the time will read 0 o'clock. And when it does a broken bar, the spiritual transaction will be finalized. The books will be closed, and the moment will pass. But for now, you still have time. Pause, breathe, listen. You know this message was for you. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The clock is burning down, and the heavens are holding their breath, watching if you will finally awaken to the truth in front of you. This is not a repeat cycle. This is the one moment that's been set aside for you and only you. This isn't about hype, this is a sealed prophecy unfolding live in your life. A final angel has been dispatched, carrying your file, glowing with spiritual heat. The document inside contains your name, your breakthrough, your healing, and your financial release. But what you may not realize is that the angel cannot deliver it until your soul says yes. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to be willing. Heaven doesn't work through ego. It moves through surrender. Right now, God is looking for one thing from you, your full attention to your undivided spirit, open and prepared. There is something attached to your name that hasn't reached you because you kept moving too fast. You've been dodging the stillness, running from silence, escaping the quiet place where the voice of God whispers. But not this time, not now, not with this much weight in the atmosphere, not when this much is about to transfer to you. You think you've lost so much, but what's coming will redeem every second, every tear, every delay. A new timeline is being offered. It's being offered, not forced. This means you can still reject it. And if you reject it, God will honor your free will and the door will close softly, a broken bar but permanently. There are people connected to this message you don't even know yet, souls that will meet you on the next level of your purpose. They're waiting in a space you've not entered yet, but they can't find you where you've been. That's why the old is falling apart. The friendships, the jobs, the connections, the environments. You're not cursed, you're being moved. Even now, a certain number, perhaps 1111, 444, or 5:55 may keep showing up around you. These are divine frequencies reminding you, wake up, step up, time is nearly up. There's a legal matter being worked out behind the scenes, and your name was almost overlooked. But someone fought for your file to be seen again. You have no idea how close you were to missing this, but now the final shift is in motion, and your answer is required. Someone you love is being spiritually stirred to make a confession. This confession will bring clarity and closure. You may not like all of it, but it will free your future. And listen carefully. Your house will feel different in the next few hours. Watch for the feeling of peace or agitation. That's your confirmation of what's being spiritually pushed out and what's being poured in. You will be shown in dreams, signs, numbers, and chance encounters that this message was a turning point for your destiny. You may even weep without knowing why. You may suddenly feel chills. You may feel a stillness fall upon you. That's not trauma. That's not emotion. That's heaven touching your space. So what do you do now? You get still. You get honest. You say yes. And then a broken bar watch. Within the next few hours, a phone call, message, opportunity, or divine appointment will arrive. It won't look like what you expected, but you will feel what it is. You'll know because peace will cover it. You'll know because the door will open without force. You'll know because this time a broken bar, it was God. And for the first time in a long time, you won't question it. You'll just walk in, because this was never about just surviving. It was about becoming. You are no longer the old version of you. The pain purified you. The fire refined you. And now, the reward is searching for you. Don't be afraid to receive it. Don't sabotage it with fear. Don't look back at what can no longer carry you. This is your prophetic window, and it won't open again. So now, as the clock counts down its final moments, a broken bar, breathe deep and say it aloud if you feel it. I receive it. I am ready. I will not miss this. Let the atmosphere around you shift. Let your angels move freely. Let God finish what He started in you. This is your moment. This is your hour. And heaven has just whispered one final word, now. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Silence in your life lately hasn't been empty, it's been divine. It's the sound of God preparing something so massive, so personal, that even heaven had to fall quiet to let it be built. And now, that silence is cracking open because this is the moment everything begins to unfold. You are no longer in waiting mode. You are in activation mode. The spiritual realm is aligning so tightly around your name that even those who've ignored you are starting to feel a strange pull toward you again. They don't know why, but you do. They don't understand what's changed, but you do. It's you. You've shifted. And now everything around you is forced to respond. There's someone whose hands are shaking because they're about to release something they've held back for too long. It may be a confession, a gift, a contract, or even an apology. They've fought a broken bar, but heaven has overruled their delay. You were always meant to see this moment. You were always meant to receive this blessing. And even though others skipped you, God did not. The spiritual wind around you is no longer still. It's moving swiftly, brushing against the edges of your life, preparing to blow open one locked door you've cried about in secret for years. This is why your spirit has been restless. This is why you've been waking up at odd hours, feeling like something is about to happen, because it is. You may not realize it yet, but the next time you check your messages, scroll your feed, or even answer your phone, you may stumble directly into the thing God promised you. That's how close this is. Don't let the anxiety rob you. Don't let old drama speak louder than new truth. You are not cursed. You are not overlooked. You are positioned. This moment will confirm what your heart knew long before your mind could explain it. God was always working even in the silence. The favor was already forming even in the rejection. And your name was already glowing in light even in the dark seasons. There's someone watching you right now from afar, unsure how to approach. They've seen something divine around you, and it's unsettling them in a good way. They're not sure if you're ready to carry what they're about to hand over. And God says, I've already made you ready. Now walk like it. No more shrinking. No more doubting. No more waiting to feel qualified. You are the answer. You are the solution. You are the vessel. In a few short hours, you will see the first triple of what was set in motion the very moment you chose not to give up. Don't dismiss the small signal. It's the seed of something large. And listen, a transfer is coming. It could be a financial breakthrough, an unexpected opportunity, or a divine connection you never saw coming. But it is coming. The moment you see it, don't delay it, don't question it, don't shrink back. Respond, engage, move. This divine transfer doesn't respond to hesitation, it responds to faith. The angels are not confused, the coordinates are already locked. Your miracle is en route, and though the enemy tried to confuse you with tiredness, with distractions, with emotional breakdowns, you've made it here. You've crossed into the final moments of divine manifestation. Your obedience right now is your signature on the miracle. Your alignment is your activation code. Your belief is your access key. So breathe one more time, and prepare, because the countdown has entered its final stretch. You will look back on this day and say, that was the moment everything changed, and no one will be able to deny that God's hand moved on your behalf right on time. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. We have now entered the final stretch of time. The spiritual clock is ticking so loudly in the heavens that even the stars are aligned for your moment. If you could only hear what's being spoken about you behind the veil, your heart would burst with faith. The delay wasn't denial, it was divine redirection, because what's coming is too sacred to be handed to someone not fully awake, not fully aligned, not fully surrendered. Right now, angels are placing seals on certain destinies, and yours is glowing. The scroll of your purpose has reached its next chapter, and the ink for this part, it's being written with divine fire. You've felt the trembling. You've sensed the tension. That was the war in the spirit for what's being released in these next moments. But now, the war is ending, and the release is beginning. Listen, someone in authority is about to change their decision because of you. They were ready to say no, but something unseen moved in the room. Your name carried a divine presence they could not deny. You will never know how close you were to being skipped, but Grace, a broken bar, Grace stepped in and said, not this one. You were preserved for this. You were protected for this. And now, a broken bar, you are being positioned for this. There is a person watching you from a spiritual distance. This person has access to a gate that leads to a version of your life you've only tasted in dreams. Their spirit has been stirred, and in a matter of hours, a broken bar, they will speak your name. It won't be loud, it won't be flashy, but it will shift the entire atmosphere around your life. You'll know it when it happens. It may come in a soft tone, a gentle request, a just checking on you message. Don't take it lightly. It's not humana, it's heaven-led, and when it comes, a broken bar, respond, immediately, fully, gratefully. This final portion of your spiritual alignment will feel intense. You might weep, you might laugh, you might suddenly feel exhausted. All of it is valida. It's your spirit recalibrating to carry the weight of what's about to arrive. A door will open this week that no man can shut. It's not just a chance here, it's an invitation. God himself has stamped it, and your only task is to walk through it without fear. Right now, all forces of darkness that try to delay you are being held back by divine command. The interference has stopped, the storm is clearing, and your time has finally come. Prepare for strange favor, prepare for out-of-nowhere communication. Prepare for a shift so divine that even your enemies will fall silent. You're going to be noticed. You're going to be chosen. You're going to be elevated. But more importantly, you're going to be free. Free from cycles. Free from fear. Free from false identities. You won't be the same person by this time tomorrow. Heaven didn't bring you here to tease you. It brought you here to deliver you. You'll feel the energy thicken around you soon, especially in quiet moments. Don't run from it. That's the moment you pause, listen, and receive. This may be the most important instruction you ever hear. Don't let the final seconds close without your spirit answering. You don't need to perform. You don't need to pretend. You just need to be present. Because what God is doing now is not loud, not explosive, not dramatic. It's divine, it's personal, and it's final. The clock is almost at zero, and your entire story is about to shift, forever. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Child of the Spirit, this is not just a message, it is your confirmation. The divine winds that were once whispering are now roaring. The shift that was once slow is now surging, and having a broken bar is watching in complete stillness to see if you will finish the alignment. The scroll that carries your destiny is no longer being held up, it's being read aloud in the heavenly realms. Every word, every promise, every battle, and every tear has been accounted for. There are no missing pages. There are no forgotten lines. Your story is divinely intact. The reason everything has felt so urgent, so emotionally heavy, so strangely time-eaten is because your breakthrough has already been released. But it's looking for a landing space, a place that's open, surrendered, ready, and heaven is asking, will your heart make space? Because this isn't about another word, it's about the fulfillment. The spiritual veil is paper thin right now. You're walking with an unseen light around you. That's why people have been staring, reacting, responding differently if they feel the divine electricity you carry, even if you don't. You will notice strange signs in the next few hours. Maybe a door slamming by itself, a flicker in the lights, a repeated number, an unexpected silence. These are not accidents. These are pre-echoes of manifestation. You are being separated from the crowd, and not because you're better, but because your calling is louder. God has heard the things you said in frustration. He saw the moments you were about to give up. He watched as you kept scrolling, kept seeking, hoping something would finally touch you. This is that moment. This is that message. And this is that change. Someone is being used as a divine messenger. They don't even realize they're carrying something for you. But in the coming hours, they will release it. It might be a gift, a message, a name drop, or an invitation. Stay open, stay still, stay ready. Don't doubt the method. God is not bound by logic. The divine release won't always come dressed in gold. Sometimes, it shows up disguised in dust. A reversal is coming. Something that was taken from you is circling back, but this time, you'll be the one in control. You'll see the full picture now. The why will become clear. The wait will become worth it. The time has come to bless you in public.